Yo, what's up everybody? Cyrus back here with another YouTube video. For this one, we are talking about the hidden trap of information overload for skinny guys. I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, real quick, hopefully just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to be talking about two different things here. Hopefully you guys can see the screen. Hopefully it's zoomed in enough. We were talking about number one, the overload paralysis, why more info equals less progress. And number two, the simplicity solution, your focused path to growth. So let's go ahead, get right into it. The overload paralysis, why more info equals less progress. So a couple things here is that, there's a lot of endless contradictory advice out there, chasing new methods instead of consistent basics, what if syndrome, constantly second guessing. So let's dive into these a little bit deeper really quick. Endless contradictory advice, this one is definitely true. And you can see that everywhere you go. Get on Instagram, get on YouTube, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, or maybe hundreds of thousands of different gurus out there, different fitness influencers who are all telling you what they believe to be true. And it's kind of like, who do you trust? Because, there's all these different gurus out there and they've all got conflicting advice. They all teach one thing and someone else teaches another thing and they're completely different. Who do you trust? How do you know? It's a lot of information. I get that. I did the same thing early in my career. I did something called program hopping, which is basically when you can't stick to one program, you just hop from one program to other over and over and over. I did that, and it costed me a lot of gains as well as a lot of money because programs aren't cheap, especially back then, and it was a lot of money to buy each and one of these programs. The other thing is chasing new methods instead of consistent basics. This kind of goes along with program hopping as well too. Definitely in my case, in my scenario, it kind of went hand in hand with what I was doing. Pretty much I would see all these new programs and I would always hop over to the next one because it seemed new and it seemed like the next best thing to do because it was brand new when it came out compared to the other program that was older. So I was always like, oh, well, this program's newer. This guy posted this video yet last week. I've been doing a workout that's 3 years old. I should probably do this guy's because it's much newer. When in reality, that's not always the best choice. The next thing is what if syndrome, constantly second guessing. This kind of goes hand in hand with programming as well too. I'll give you an example. Another reason why I was program hopping is because I would see all these other programs that were teaching different things. And in the back of my head, I was always like, well, if this guy's teaching something else, what if what this guy is teaching is way better than what I had learned from this other guy? I should do what he's doing. Basically, I did that over and over and over from program to program, basically hopping around. And he was like, oh, this guy teaches something else, I should try that because what if I'm missing out? What if I'm missing out on gains because this guy's teaching something else? I should do what he's doing. So, all this stuff takes up time and it's definitely going to lead to analysis paralysis to the point where rather than you just sticking to one program, you're going to hop around or you're going to try all these different things and it's just going to cost you time, money, and it's going to cost you your results as well too. So what can you do instead? Let's go into it. Basically, you could avoid all these hours spending researching and instead you could focus all your time on acting instead. So that's something I definitely wish I did because back then I spent so much time looking at all these different programs when in reality I could have just picked one, dialed in, applied that program for 3, 4, 5, 6 months at the very minimum before switching around to something else. And I probably would have got significant results compared to the results I was getting by hopping from program to program. The thing is, a lot of programs work, but if you switch around and you don't really give each program enough time to fully test it out, you're not going to see any results. At the very minimum, I tell my clients if they're going to program hop, if they're going to try something different, at least try it for a few months and actually try to implement what you learn if you actually want to see the results that the program is promising. The other thing, obviously, don't program hop. I wrote that here in the next bullet point, but we kind of already went over that. Try to get over the fear of making the wrong choice. There are so many options, so many programs, so many fitness gurus out there. If you are going to pick one that isn't me, basically pick one, stick to it for 6 months, stick to their stuff for a year, even if you can. And then in that case, you tried it out. If you don't get results or you don't get the results that you wanted, maybe then try switching it out. Okay, we're doing good. Let's go over to number 2 really quick. The simplicity solution, your focused path to growth. Focus on core principles, not fads. Master the fundamentals first. Consistency with one plan beats perfect theory. So real quick, let me just get into this. focusing on core. Sorry, I'm looking for my dog. Focusing on core principles. Basically, stick to the tried and true methods of bodybuilding. Stick to your compound lifts. Those are going to be things with a barbell, your bench press, your OHP for your shoulders, your overhead press rather, your rows, your deadlift, your squats. Do those at the beginning of your workout if you're going to do them. And then towards the middle, towards the end of your workout, that's when you can throw in your accessory lifts or your isolation movements. So those are going to be things like your calves, any kind of work for your triceps, your traps, your biceps, stuff like that, your abs. Do all that towards the end of the workout because your compound lifts are your bread and butter. You're going to get the most bang for your buck out of those lifts, and they're also the most intensive, and they're going to take the most energy and focus out of you. Master the fundamentals. So those are basically your compound lifts. Get super good at those. Get really strong at those before you start focusing on other things. Another thing is to make sure your form and technique is absolutely perfect. I don't care who you are, your form needs to be absolutely perfect. Otherwise, you're just ego lifting. And if you're ego lifting, you're wasting your time in the gym. Now, consistency with one plan beats perfect theory. Basically, like I said in the previous bullet point or the previous thing up here, just try to stick to one plan for as long as you can. Give it some actual time to test it out. And just try it out. Implement when you learn before you try switching around and try new things. So some steps to solve these things. We already went over a little bit of them. Basically, choose one program and stick to it for months if you can. At the very least, try to do 6 months to a year. The other thing is to prioritize progressive overload, consistent nutrition, and quality recovery. So prioritizing progressive overload is absolutely essential if you are a natural lifter and you're trying to grow. If you don't know how to do this, I have plenty of other videos on how to do it. If you don't want to bother looking because you're lazy and you don't want to search for it, just leave a comment below and I'll teach you how to do it. Or find me on Insta or YouTube or visit my website and DM me there and I can help you out. I'll teach you how to do it completely free. Don't worry about it. Consistent nutrition. This is another thing. If you actually want to grow and actually want to get results, your nutrition needs to be dialed in as well. What does this mean? It means if you're trying to grow, you need enough calories each day. You need enough protein each day in order to grow. Quality recovery. Basically, you need to give your body enough time to recover in between workouts. That way you can actually give the body enough time to actually repair the muscles that you worked out, that you challenged, and that you broke down. Basically, your recovery is just as important as your training. I don't care how often you work out. You could train every single day if you want. If you don't focus on your nutrition and your recovery as well, you're not going to grow. Last little thing here is to filter out the noise. Trust the process. This kind of goes hand in hand with the program hopping as well too. Once you pick a program, once you pick something to try out, ignore everything else. I know everything's going to look shiny. Everything's going to look new and fun. And you're going to feel like you're missing out if you don't try this exercise or this workout or et cetera, et cetera. But do your best to avoid it. Lock into the program that you choose. Give it a few months to test it out and really see if you get progress or not. So that's about it. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys are looking for more information, I have a complete A to Z program. I'll tell you real quick. This program is literally designed for young, skinny, natural guys under 30 who are trying to build drug-free muscle. Steroid-free, completely natty. This is something I've done myself, and I've helped countless other people do it too, so now I'm trying to share this information with the world. If you want to see or learn more about this program, like I said, it's literally designed for young, skinny, natural guys under 30 who are trying to build drug-free muscle. You can check it out, completely free. I'll put a link in the description below. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. If you want to get notified every time one of my videos comes out, hit that notification bell. And that's about it. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.